So Motorola is back at it again with one of the most affordable smartphones of 2020 so far, the Moto G9 Play, and it's the first of the new G9 smartphone series as well, although you can bet your granny it won't be the last. And if you fancy grabbing one of your own, it'll cost you just 159 quid from the likes of Carphone Warehouse, Vodafone and various UK retailers. I've been using the Motorola G9 Play as my full-time smartphone for about a week or so now, and here is my in-depth review. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now this 200 gram slab might have the heft of most glass phones, but this is definitely plastic through and through. Pretty standard for a budget phone under 200 quid. This right here is the sapphire blue model, and it's certainly very in your face with its rather bold finish, but you can also grab the Moto G9 Play in green or pink if you want something a little bit less, Unlike most plastic handsets, the Moto G9 Play has picked up a few little scratches, mostly around the edges, over the past week or so. But if that is going to bug you, no worries, Motorola has slapped a condom case into the box as well, so you can bung that on for a bit of extra protection. And the G9 Play is also water repellent, which has been very handy this past week, as every time I've stepped outside the door pretty much, it started to drizzle like I'm living in that f***ing Verve song for real. And yes, the G9 Play is an absolute twatting monster at 6.5 inches, but then that's pretty much bang average for your 2020 smartphones. And at least you do have some one-handed help here to drag down that notifications bar. Now as usual with Motorola smartphones, Android 10 is served up in a very lovely stock fashion here. Just bear in mind that Motorola isn't exactly one of the quickest when it comes to updates, so if you want to have the latest, freshest version of that OS with the very latest security updates, which is obviously a good situation, then you might want to look elsewhere. And like a lot of other recent budget smartphones, you do actually get a dedicated Google Assistant key shoved away up here in the top right hand corner. Thankfully it's far enough away that I never found I accidentally nudged it or anything. Although as usual it did prove about as useful as a raincoat for fish. After all, and no exaggeration here, there's no less than half a dozen other ways to call up the bloody assistant if you need it. And of course there's no way to reassign that dedicated button to any other app or feature that you actually use on a regular basis, which is a pain in the arsehole region. But at least the G9 Play does boast some nifty shortcuts like that funky double karate chop for turning on the torch, or that arthritis bother and wrist twist to activate the camera. All part of the Moto Experience bonus features, which are almost wholly on board the Moto G9 Play. You've also got dual band Wi-Fi support here, absolutely no problems with the network connectivity, and also a nice bit of NFC as well for your Google Pay support. Media buffs are serviced reasonably well by the 6.5 inch IPS display. It's a basic 1600 by 720 HD resolution, so it's not quite as sharp as some rivals like the Redmi 9, but I'm happy enough watching a bit of Cobra Kai or The Boys or whatever on this thing. It's certainly spacious enough for a comfortable view, and that nipple notch barely intrudes on proceedings. Colours don't exactly pop, but nor do they look unnatural, and you've got all the usual modes for nighttime viewing and the like. As for the audio, well, that bottom firing mono speaker won't exactly rattle your fillings, but no worries, at least you've got a headphone jack and Bluetooth 5.0 support. I did find quite often when I was streaming music from the Moto G9 Play to a pair of headphones or a speaker, it was a little bit stuttery just for the first sort of half a minute or so, and then it just calmed down and was absolutely fine, and the connection stayed strong even at a distance. Performance is pretty decent for a cheapy mobile too. Apps load without a grumble and aren't constantly closing down in the background. You'll see the odd stammer here and there of course, but nothing serious. That Snapdragon 662 chipset backed by 4GB of RAM can even handle a good bit of gaming. The likes of Call of Duty Mobile played with a smooth frame rate on those medium detail settings even when I was gaming for a good hour or two. And once again you've got that nifty game time feature for juggling resources and keeping your focus on the task at hand, namely perforating your besties with an absolutely f***ing enormous weapon. But the absolute best part of the Moto G9 Play by far is that whopper of a 5000 mAh battery, which pretty much matches the same cell stuffed inside the Redmi 9, and it'll keep you going for 2 full days between charges. And that's even while making liberal use of the camera, getting a good bit of audio streaming on the go, using the thing as a sat-nav. Even the likes of Skyping and Zooming doesn't drain the battery too badly. And you do have a 20-watt adapter bundled with the Motorola G9 Play, but unfortunately this thing tops off at 15-watt turbo power charging, which ain't exactly super pant-fillingly quick, but it'll do the job, and it's pretty standard for this price point. And no grumbles on the storage front either. You got a choice of 64 or 128 gigs, plus you can slap a micro SD memory card into that second SIM slot and expand up to a further half a terabyte. Finally, let's check out the triple lens rear camera, with the star of the show being a 48 megapixel shooter. This uses quad pixel tech to capture 12 megapixel photos, and while there's no way to bump up that resolution, I did find that my pics usually packed in enough finer detail to look sharp on a laptop screen. Colours are close to natural, with vibrant subjects really shining through. Motorola's AI features such as the Smart Composition tool are on board as well, and what this can do is automatically crop into your shots and straighten them up if they're a little bit wonky to make them look better. Don't worry if you're not impressed with the results though, because it does keep a copy of the original photo alongside. In HDR situations, the G9 Play can struggle a bit, like basically all budget smartphones, while low and artificial lighting also pose a challenge, although you do get Motorola's night mode to help out when things do get seriously dark. And this can successfully brighten up your pics, though the focus often still struggles, and a lot of my test pics did come out rather soft. Bear in mind though that you do get a proper manual mode on board here, so you can tinker with all of those settings and try and counter any difficult, tricky lighting. Portrait snaps look good as usual, helped along by that 2 megapixel depth sensor, which accurately picks out your subject and blurs out the background, either a little or a lot, depending on your personal preference. And it's probably no massive surprise that the final lens in the Moto G9 Play's camera setup is a 2 megapixel macro effort, an obligatory and completely pointless addition to any budget setup, and once again it's a bit pants. As far as home movies go, you can shoot video at up to full HD resolution at either 30 or 60 frames per second. And this did an absolutely fine job. Again, very similar to the photo results, you get fairly natural colours. It will struggle a bit in strong lighting, and definitely try and stay quite still because the image stabilization isn't great. Flip around to the 8 megapixel front facing camera and you'll get very similar performance. Indoor snaps can again look quite soft, and night selfies aren't great, but in good light you will get very respectable results, with those portrait mode smarts once again doing a solid even without that depth sensor help. And that right there in a nutshell is what I thought of the Motorola Moto G9 Play after using it as my full-time smartphone for a week. As you can see, certainly nothing revolutionary as far as budget smartphones go. What you get is that once again enjoyable stock Android experience, some rather respectable specs, and a very strong bit of battery life of course. But the Moto G9 Play will be up against some very stiff competition from the likes of Xiaomi and Realme as the latest budget smartphones come rolling in from those guys. So the question is, are you tempted? It'd be definitely great to hear your own thoughts on the Motorola Moto G9 Play down below. Brace yourself for a whole slew of G9 series smartphones, which will no doubt be coming in the next sort of couple of months or so. I'll be fully unboxing and reviewing all of those, no doubt. And please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell if you haven't already. Cheers everyone, have a great week, love you!